we found out that hot corn, that is awesome. That is very, very, look at that. That was, you saw witness to my fastest run on Ice Golem without a Rotos, without another block revive champion, without like the shield chick. Like, that's awesome. Start recording. Let's set everything up. We are looking good. All right, cool. What's up, gents? Dirtbag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We are going over a champion that I've never looked at before in the game because I had another person like Lord Shazar? Lord Kymar? Whatever. Lord Kymar, Prince Kymar, whatever his name is that resets the cooldowns. We're going over Renegade today. Now, we're not going to do a how-to gear guide on her because I feel like she has one role in this game, and it is to reset the cooldowns of the champions. If you use her in Fire Knight, she does have a second role. But other than that, we're really just going to use her today just to reset the cooldowns to kind of have some faster runs in some dungeons. All right, so we're gonna do a full guide on her today. So we're gonna go over skills, artifacts, masteries, all the fun stuff, and show kind of what gear I picked and the reason why for that. All right, so let's get into it. First, the skills. She's a rare champion, so she should be a little bit easier to book out than the epics and legendaries in the game. But we booked her fully out. Attacks one enemy, has a 25, 35, 40, 50% chance of placing 100% heal reduction for one turn. So this could be very good in the Fire Knight, because if he heals back up, that kind of defeats the purpose. If you have a Cold Heart, they have it innately. But if you don't have a Cold Heart, she can actually have a heal reduction 100% on a rare, which is pretty cool. Her attack and speed is the damage. I just noticed that speed's in there as well, so that's pretty cool. The next one is Lash Out. Attacks at random 3 times. So if you're just facing the Fire Knight, it's only going to hit the Fire Knight. Has a 50, 60, 75% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Place a 25% decreased accuracy debuff for 2 turns if the target has any active buffs. All right, so you're probably only going to be placing the decreased speed on the Fire Knight mainly, but you're going to hit the Fire Knight 3 times. So if you actually do have like a War Master on this chick, she could potentially do some damage for you. We didn't build her at all with War Master, so you just kind of skip that fact. And then finally, what she's going to be known for is she has a 5 skill or 5 turn cooldown, decreasing the cooldown of all ally skills by 2. This skill does not affect this champion or other champions with this skill. So basically, if there's more of them, it won't affect them. This champion will receive damage equal to 30% of their max HP when this happens. And it's a pretty cool aesthetic. Like basically, like the fire like lights up on fire, and like she hurts herself, and then it resets the cooldowns by 2 on most people. So if you're talking about like, I don't know, Cold Heart, right? Her skill is a 4-turn cooldown. When she shoots it, it's a 3-turn cooldown. And then when you reset it, it takes 2 off, so it's a 1-turn cooldown. So basically, she's able to do it twice. So anybody has a 4-turn cooldown like her, Royal Guard, like Seer, right? They're all 4-turn cooldowns. So everybody that is a nuke, that's kind of who she pairs very, very well with. So with that in mind, she is basically made for speedruns. All right, so we got her up to level 50. That's all we're using her for. We're not going to get her to 60. We don't need to. Her aura is resistance in all battles by 40%, which isn't bad. It's like the same as Seer's aura. But masteries, I didn't get any masteries. I was testing her out to actually use the decreased speed on the Fire Knight, and it actually works because now he's slower and you're hopefully able to get him down before he puts his shield back up. But if you were to go masteries, I would probably go all the way down to maybe this one. Yeah, maybe this one. Definitely this one. You're going to want that. And maybe accuracy. Or no, I would go around. Just have her do some more damage. So go War Master. But at least get down to this one. So you get an extra 5% chance to place that skill. Do this. Evil Eye. Possibly this. No, you don't really need this one. Increased turn meter is not good because we want her speed to be timed. So if she goes faster than the other people, it's going to mess up our run. So maybe just the accuracy buff right there. And that's about it. So go all the way down to here, and then go all the way down to here. And you should be good. All right. If you're going to level her to 60. Most of you probably just have her at 50 just to kind of do her job. Now we picked the shield set because we are using Seer. So when I pair her with Seer, she already starts off with a buff, and Seer eats buffs. So if I put a shield set on Renegade, I don't need a shield set on anybody else. And we actually run with Lydia in our speed runs, who Lydia puts up 2 buffs. So we're already at 3 buffs on everybody. And then she decreases defense and weaken on the enemy team. So it's almost like a huge swing, right? So when she does this skill, she decreases the defense on the enemy team, so Seer's damage is like really high, and then she increases our buffs, which then Seer's damage goes even higher. So you really just need Lydia with Seer, and then if you bring Renegade with a shield set, he's just adding to that damage, like extra shield buff on everybody starting the match. That's kind of why we went with the shield set. All right, if you don't have Lydia, you can run Draco and Mausoleum Mage or whatever it may be, but I gave her a shield set. If you don't have a shield set, just do HP and speed. Just get her in tune with where you need her. So if you need her to go third, if you need her to go last, whatever it may be, make sure she has that speed, and then you're good to go. So all these other stats really don't matter. So we have defense, speed. I really just wanted to get the speed and accuracy up, which we didn't really do a good job on accuracy because I was focused on accuracy after I geared her with the shield set. But we got speed, just really all speed on every single stat. Speed, speed, speed. And then with the neck piece, I just wanted the most accuracy that I can get. So we got that one, and then just really doesn't matter. So total stats, we got her up to 201 speed. We can boost this up a little bit with glyphs, but we don't need to because she's good at 201. 32,000 HP. All these stats don't really matter. Accuracy, I would get up more because I want her to land that decreased speed on the Fire Knight. All right, so since we have a Fire Knight tournament coming up now, we are going to show her off in the Fire Knight. All right, so let's get right into the dungeons. I started, now, why did I use her is because my Prince Kymar, I think that's his name, Prince Kymar. I'm so bad with names. Why am I so bad with names? The dude right here, Prince Kymar, he has the same thing except it completely resets the turn meter and it's a 6-turn cooldown. Hers is a 5-turn cooldown and it resets it the same basically way on the champions. Plus, I have other ideas for Prince Kymar, other places in the game like PvP and Doom Tower and stuff like that. So I didn't want to keep using them in my specific speed run. So I was like, hey, let's use this really good rare champion that does essentially the same job with the same team. All right, so we're going to start this. Now, this is about a minute run. I got it down to. We did like one run at like 50 seconds, but this is going to be a little bit slower. So she goes first, like whoever you deep, like Draco or whoever you have debuff first. She puts up the buffs. Now, look, we already started with a shield buff because of her. Now, the Cold Heart is faster than my Seer, which you'd probably want Seer to go second just to kind of nuke everybody, but now Seer's third, so she's just going to nuke everybody down. This run is where you're going to see Renegade go. So Renegade, I believe, is fourth. Yeah, so she look at that. That was pretty cool. She like casts a circle around her, which is like a hex or whatever, blows up, and then she suffers damage equal to 30%, but she resets everybody's cooldown. So all these guys' cooldowns are now reset. This one's not reset because she didn't go yet. So she's just going to do a random Heartseeker. Then Lydia's going to go again. Now look, we have more buffs because Seer actually put up the increased crit rate. She's going to go, and now Seer's going to do her thing again on wave 2 to get to the boss. So now if we just put on auto on the boss, just watch her. If you see a decreased speed, that'll be from Renegade. All right, so, but she does have a 3-hitter on the Fire Knight, so it helps take down the shield faster. So there you go. Cold Heart went in, did the Heartseeker. I'm looking for the decreased speed if she gets it back around. Nope. I think it's like a 3 or 4 turn cooldown anyway. So I think so the boss is gonna go because we weren't able to do the Heartseeker again. But there was the 3-hitter right there. So if Renegade's able to put up that decreased speed somehow, then we usually do it in 1 turn. But if you have 2 Cold Hearts, there you go. She just resets the cooldown on everybody. But if you have 2 Cold Hearts, Fire Knight obviously is a lot easier. Seer just makes it faster. Like, you don't have to have a minute run speed. That's really good. You don't have to have a minute run Fire Knight, but when I first started this, my Fire Knight was 9 minutes to get my Arbiter mission. So if you're at 9 minutes or 1 minute, who cares? As long as you have 100% win rate, you're good to go. Trust me. So that was what she does for Fire Knight. Again, this is going to be mainly for like a speed run. Now, if you don't have Seer, or if you don't have like Lydia, obviously you put Draco or an AoE decreased defense. Like it doesn't have to be Draco, but decreased defense definitely helps Seer's nuking a lot in this. So let's go into Dragon, right? I started using her, I believe, in Dragon for like the same team. Okay, so if we take out him and put in the dude right there, now this team, I was getting it down to like 45 seconds. So let's see if the speed is correct. I think the speed's correct. Speed runs is all about speed. Like if you have one person out of sync, it just adds 30 seconds to the run. All right, so Lydia goes, and then Seer, there you go. So then Seer goes right away. So then Renegade's going to reset the cooldowns. Lydia's going to do the A2 again. But there's so many buffs up now because of Bad L. So you got to nuke down the second wave, and now we're at the Dragon. So 17 seconds to get to the Dragon with Seer, obviously. And Renegade just helps out so much. Decreased speed and all the other stuff doesn't work on the Dragon. So that's why she's not able to put up that skill. But we're doing some damage. Royal Guard has his max HP. Seer has a max HP. And if you wanted to build her, like if I put more time into her, I would build her with some damage. So that way she actually is helping the run a little bit. So then we're going. Look at that. She put up decreased accuracy, which could help, like not land some of the poisons. If you notice, Bad Owl didn't get any poisons. Seer only got 1 poison. Lydia's really high resistance, so she'll never get poisons. So if we got this run down to a minute, right? We had it down to 33 seconds at one point. Well, let's try this one more time. Just full auto, going right in. You'll see Renegade. Look at Renegade's animation. It is really cool. I think it's cool. It's better than Prince Kaimar's just throwing his hand up in the air. that's so cool. And then Seer comes in, nukes. Cool, 17 seconds at the boss. I could sub out Bad L. I just don't know who to sub him out with. Maybe a Cold Heart. So we put in like another Cold Heart in this build, or maybe like a Draco. And that might be good because I had Bad L up front for the crit rate, extra crit rate. But if we put in like Septimus or somebody like that, because I made Seer's 100% crit rate, so I changed the gear up just so that way we didn't have to rely on the crit rate lead. So maybe if I sub out Bad L and put a little bit more deeps in there, it might help out. Now, if Renegade dies, it's fine. She did her job. She got you to the boss in 17 seconds, and that's kind of the whole point of this build right here. So once we finish this off, we're going to throw it into Ice Golem. So I haven't put her in Ice Golem yet because I haven't run Ice Golem in forever. There's an Ice Golem tournament coming up. But let's take out... I don't know, let's take out her. Do we? Yeah. Take out Bad L. Whatever. Alright, so we're going to do... Wait, where's my Seer? We need Seer. Okay, so Seer, Lydia, this guy, and him. So maybe we'll try this, but I don't know if it's going to be good. Yeah, we'll try it, whatever. It doesn't matter. Again, she's there to be buddy with Seer, so she can reset Seer's cooldowns and nuke the entire wave. It's going to be a little bit slow because Warlord is faster than everybody. But at least Warlord does his A3 on the wave too, so they can do their really cool skill that they have. Reflect damage. 17 seconds at the boss again. We have Lydia one chance to block the revive of the dudes. So if you nuke the boss like really hard, he comes back, hits you really hard, tries to res up the champions, and we can't for one turn. So it buys us a little bit more time. There you go. So he's going to try and revive, blocked revive, Lydia goes again. Warlord's frozen, so that kind of stinks. She's definitely going to die. Next big hit. Oh, alright, so there you go. She got up to decrease speed on the boss. So she helps out on the Ice Golem as well. She's Voided Finish, so she could really be good anywhere. Oh, reset the cooldown, and she killed herself. So it still works if you kill yourself. it still resets the cooldown, which is very good to know. We found out that hot corn, that is awesome. That is very, look at that. That was you saw witness to my fastest run on Ice Golem without a Rotos, without another block revive champion, without like the shield chick. Like, that's awesome. So congrats to Dirtbag Nation. We just got down to 1 minute and 9 seconds on the Ice Golem. Cool. So I'm going to save this team. We're not going to touch this team. But there you go. Renegade did her job by resetting cooldowns not once but twice throughout the match, resetting it and making them hit faster and harder. All right. So where else can she be used for? Minotaur, obviously, but you'd have to get her gone up. Maybe the spider. So we have a 12-second spider run without even needing to reset the cooldown. But let's say we didn't have him and we brought in Renegade and we just reset their cooldowns after they went. She's actually too fast. She's faster than these two, so she might reset these two guys' cooldown. Anyway, but let's say you geared her so that way she's slower than these two. Let's test it out. All right, we're gonna put it on manual so she doesn't do her aid too. All right, so she's gonna go first, and then we're gonna skip Renegade, and she gets Relentless proc. He goes, and now she should be doing this after those other two, but we're just gonna do this. Slow speed, nice, we got it. Coming in, hitting really hard, and then hitting really hard. Cool, so we didn't kill it. Now she's gonna come, we're gonna put her auto. She's gonna reset the cooldowns of Septimus and Royal Guard, and then they'll go to go one more time and nuke down the boss. Boom. Septimus runs up, kills him. Oh, no. I guess his, what the hell? So it's weird on auto. Royal Guard will do his A3 first, which I don't understand why. But there you go. Reset it, killed it. Nice. What's his cooldown on his A3? If it's 5 turns, that might be why. 4 turns. No, so it should have reset his cooldown, which I don't know why he did this instead, but whatever. So there you go. That was a pretty simple guide on what she has potential for as a level 50 rare champion that has essentially the same skill set that you want as a Prince Kaimar. It doesn't reset it completely, so like your rezzers, like 7-turn cooldown, stuff like that, but she does her job with the Royal Guards and the Cold Hearts in the world, and even Septimus. PvP, maybe if you want to do a reset, but I don't know why you would waste a spot for her. Faction Wars, she could be good for you in Faction Wars. I think she's a Knight Revenant. Just being able to reset like maybe his cooldown, even his cooldown. So you throw her in somewhere, like make her really tanky. If you're gonna run her in Faction Wars is hard. You got to make her a lot of HP, so that way when she does sacrifice her HP, she doesn't kill herself. She'll be able to heal back up with a bunch of, like, we have a lot of healers in this faction, so she'll be able to heal back up with that. But I would put her in a shield. Like if you have her and you run it and you want her for Faction Wars, she could do decrease accuracy. She could do decrease speed, which actually would help quite a lot on the boss. Let's see what she's at 60. 18k HP as a rare at 60, not bad, guys. So she actually could be a good candidate for a shield set. I mean, Masquerader Monster is obviously probably better for a shield set, but if you wanted her to pair her with Seer in a shield set, put her in a shield set. If not, a ton of HP, a ton of speed, and then be good to go. And get her accuracy for the Faction Wars. So hopefully, guys, this helped. It was, again, quicker video because she is kind of one niche wonder, you know, throwing it in there. Let me know if you use her. Let me know if you're going to use her. If you have her in your vault, it's pretty easy just to level her up even to 40 and just put some, you know, pretty good gear on her. And she'll do what she's there to do. So, guys, appreciate it. Good luck with everything. And we'll see you in another video soon.